Welcome to Warriors Conversations. I'm Dr. Dan Johnson, president here at Wisconsin Lutheran College. And in this video series, I've been taking you around campus and introducing you to Christian servant leaders that are making an impact here at WLC. And today, I'm just so excited to be here in our Sports Performance Center with three members of our athletic department staff. First of all, we got Edward Skip Noon, who's served as our director of athletics and coached here for a time too. He's been here for 29 years. Then we have Jenny Lee Voss. She's our Warriors women's volleyball coach, and she's our senior woman administrator. And she's been here going on 5 years. And then we have Eric Tresky, a 2008 graduate, and he serves as our head football coach, and he's been here going on 2 years. Well, let's get started, shall we? First of all, over the last 10 years, enrollment growth at WLC has really positively impacted Warrior athletics. And I'm wondering, Skip, maybe tell us about the growth and its impact.
Well, 10 years ago, we had about 300 student athletes. Today, we're over 450 student athletes. We've added men's tennis, we've added men's volleyball, and in the last couple of weeks, we've just announced adding esports. We've invested in facilities both on our campus and out at the athletic fields, and so that's been a remarkable thing to see all those things come together.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about our athletic facilities, and maybe let's just start with the building that we're in right here now. Jenny Lee, could you share an update of all the areas that have been added or improved recently, and let's just particularly here in the Rex?
Well, there's barely been an area that hasn't been touched recently. And to start off, just in the gym, we had a major remodel, and now it's called the Time of Grace Center. We have all 3 courts have been redone to be hardwood floors. They're full size, they're great. On the baselines, we have an indoor track, so our sprinters and throwers can get work as well as our indoor sports. We have nice new bleachers with chair backs, which are awesome for our spectators and parents. And then our sound system was redone, and we have video boards up there too. Then down here, where we're sitting, used to be a parking center. Obviously not anymore, which has been a remarkable update for our athletic staff and family. Behind us, we more than tripled our weight room size. We're sitting on a 33-yard turf, which is great for dynamic workouts, and we have a batting cage in the back corner. So this has been a remarkable update. And where our weight room used to be is now our fitness center. So we added lots of new cardio equipment, in addition to keeping all of our weight machines. And then where the fitness center used to be is now our Mortel Family Golf Center, which has a putting green and 2 golf simulators.
Thank you. Maybe Eric, let's go to our outdoor athletic complex. Give us an update.
I love the experience that we're able to create at the outdoor athletic complex because it shows the commitment that the college has to making sure that our students and their spectators, their families, have an amazing experience. We can start right there with the football field. Brand new turf the last couple years. It's been a phenomenal facility for us to compete, to practice. Other sports are even able to use that as well. We recently redid the track, Catalyst track. It's one of the best facilities that we have in the state of Wisconsin for our athletes to both compete and also host other meets. We also were able to move the track throwing area. So that's been phenomenal just to help with meet organization and time for those student athletes. We've seen improvements to our baseball and softball facilities as well, seen brand new dugouts, new scoreboards to help them have a big time experience on their home fields, which is wonderful. And then we also, for our spectators, have been able to improve concession stands, restroom areas. So the comprehensive experience, when you come to watch a Warrior game day, you feel like it's a big time event.
Jenny Lee, maybe share with how these upgraded facilities have really helped, in particular with recruiting student athletes and serving them while we have them here on our campus.
I think we offer an experience that's second to none. It's very elite, and it's certainly one that not many D3 schools can claim or boast that they are able to provide their student athletes. So just for example, when we play up in the gym, it really feels like our student athletes are in the spotlight because we'll turn down the side lights above the bleachers, which really gives them this really cool, intimate experience that they're at the spotlight, and that's what we want them to experience and feel. But in addition to that, we have awesome announcers who do a great job of getting the crowd involved and really highlighting our student athletes. And the video boards provide a great experience too. So we can have, the intro game day hype videos. We can have player headshots shown, even fun game day GIFs and things like that. So actually, I interviewed a graduate assistant candidate from a conference school. And while we were talking about things that we highlight when we recruit, she shared the story with me that during intros, she turned to a teammate and said, "We're still at a D3 school, right?" So I think that just goes to show what a great experience we put on for our student athletes. So in addition to having an awesome experience for our own student athletes, what really helps set us apart with our great facilities is that we're then able to serve our community, but then also let WLC be known to our community, which can help obviously with recruiting too. So we've hosted WIAA events. We're home to a lot of WISCO games, and other high schools as well use our facilities. So it's a great way, again, to serve the community, but to let them learn a little bit more about us and our campus too.
That's great. Skip, one of the aspects that we've transitioned to here is really moving from part-time coaches to full-time coaches. I wonder if you could share just how important that is.
Well, our full-time coaches, as you can just hear from what Jenny Lee was talking about and Coach Tresky, is really enhancing the entire student-athlete experience. No longer are coaches just there for practices and games, but coaches are there to build team unity, an environment. We train all year round. Coaches are there that plan that all year round, but it goes beyond that. It goes into the classroom and mentoring and helping students get through this college experience. The team is the family, and it's in that environment and it's in that sense of unity that they really become warriors. In addition to that, 11 years ago we started a GA program where coaches come here to learn how to coach and take graduate classes, and they spend 2 years assisting in pretty much a full-time capacity our head coaches. And we found that they really add to the GA and the coaching experience and then the student-athlete experience in and of themselves. I know that both Coach Tresky and Coach Voss know that their GAs are invaluable to the program and everything that they do.
Generally, something that we've implemented within Warrior Athletics is this Warrior Cup. I wonder if you could elaborate.
Yeah, it's an initiative I'm really excited about, and it helps encourage and recognize the whole student-athlete experience that we're seeking to give our student-athletes here on campus. So it's a year-round inter-team competition, and our student-athletes, or our teams, I should say, will get points for different areas of their student-athlete experience in life. So certainly they're going to get points for how they do as a team. Postseason, their weekly awards, all conference awards and things like that. But then we also seek to capture other areas, their grades, their community service, their attendance at other events on campus. We have a big whiteboard so everybody can see how the other teams are doing and perhaps encourage them to get involved a little bit more if possible. And then this will culminate at the end of the year with the Night of the Victors. And we want to create this to be an SB-like event for them. We're going to honor the Warrior Cup winner, but in addition to that, we're also going to honor our 4-year student athletes, and then there will be 10 voted upon awards. That's where the SB kind of feel comes into play, that our student athlete body is going to vote on. So it should be a really great event, and we're excited to wrap up the school year that way as we recognize the efforts of our student athletes throughout the year.
That's outstanding. So Eric, you and Jenny Lee are out there just recruiting the next generation of WLC student athletes. What do you think sets us apart from other schools?
I think the first thing is the recognition that for our students here, we want them to make sure that they're strong in understanding that their identity is always first in Christ, and who they are as an athlete is second to that. It's an aspect of who they are. Jesus is at the center of everything we do at this school, and athletics is no different. And so when you talk about what makes us distinctive, we're going to stand firm on that claim, and then we're going to make sure that everything we do, the way that we create our programs, they center around it. There's a family aspect to every single program, relationship driven. People are going to be pouring into our athletes. Sometimes that's the type of relationships that we build. Sometimes it's the opportunity to get new gear or other things that reflect your pride in your program. I love the fact that our coaches recognize that it goes well beyond just what you do for us on the turf or in the court. We want to make sure that you're preparing yourself for life beyond WLC. And we think that the family aspect of our sport teams, being once a warrior, always a warrior, right? Our alumni are willing to come back and extend their hand to help that process. And so from leadership development programs that I know Coach and other coaches in our department have done, to career development opportunities for those student athletes, our students are getting an experience here that is widely distinct from any other school that they're going to talk to.
Skip, warrior student athletes find success, as you know, not just on the court, on the field, but also in the classroom as well. Maybe just let's wrap up our discussion today by discussing how our student athletes are really set up for academic success, and then perhaps give some closing thoughts on how our athletes are actually doing on the court and on the field too.
Well, in the classroom, we find it's really important to get to freshmen right away. So a few years ago, we started off an initiative called WALLY, and it stands for Warriors in the Academic Leadership Initiative. And in that program, we select individuals on each team who are academic leaders and academic captains. Each team uses a different phrase. But then 3 nights a week, we have a 2-hour period where the freshmen will go into a study table atmosphere. We have tutors, we have the academic captains, we connect them with professors, and it really has been a great way to take the academic success and encourage that and build up momentum for them beyond their freshman year. On the court and on the field, we've been really excited. Even though it's been in COVID, last year we had championships in women's volleyball, women's basketball, men's basketball. We had a competitor at the national championships. We had a young lady who was up to 4th in the nation in the 200 meters.
Well, Skip, Jenny Lee, and Eric, thank you. And thank you for being a part of this today. And if you want to learn more about WLC Athletics or learn how you perhaps can support WLC Athletics, you can certainly reach out to Skip. You can learn more at WLCsports.com. Thank you, everybody. Once a warrior, always a warrior.